Stardom 101.
Stardom 101.
Stardom 101.
Stardom 101.
It's the Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast.
Shining light on today's tastemakers
And innovators.
Kick it with your host, Christopher Boykin.
It's the Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast.
Stardom 101 Magazine Podcast here on iHeartRadio. You guys have requested us do more featuring the most talented individuals on the come up, on the rise, not necessarily getting they just do, but that's why we're here, because we're giving them their public flowers to the public, to our audience, to the world. So we appreciate you guys for supporting us and doing what we do. And today I went down to North Carolina with it. I got my girl Finesse in the building. Finesse, what's happening?
What's going on, Chris? Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, let's talk about you. We want to get up in your business. What's up?
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what's up. With your
Yeah,
music industry background, people been I put out the episodes and I kind of let people know kind of who we gonna have on as guests. And one of the most requested questions they have for me to ask you is your music industry background and who inspired you and what inspired you. What drove you to the industry? Everybody's story is different. Everybody's why is different. But what clicked for you? What made you fall in love with the music?
Man, I'm an 80s baby.
Yeah.
Straight up 1982, man, hip hop first hit.
Okay.
We talk about my older brother used to watch, MTV when Run DMC first came out, MC Light, KRS-One. And I must have been about maybe five.
Yeah.
When 5 years old, when I was watching videos in my living room and was impressed. And then I think what really got me was when My Philosophy by KRS-One. I memorized them lyrics, man. I was just rapping it throughout the house, and my brother was like, "Oh, you think you a rapper now?" I'm like, "No, I'm so young, I'm so young, but I just loved it, and said from time on, man, doing talent shows in school and
Wow.
overseas, with some of my fellow soldiers, we doing shows over there and stuff, and then coming back home and just still stuck in the music. I mean, it's been a part of me since day one.
Man, the culture was everything, man. I think it's crazy. I'm an 80s
Yes,
baby,
sir.
and the music back then was definitely different. You know what I'm talking about, Finesse.
Man. Look. We had the Masters of Mike concert not too long ago down here in Wilmington, man, and I was front row. And I tell you, when I seen Rakim come up and Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh and
It's over.
KRS-One, it was over. Look, man, I left that show, man. My shirt was soaking wet from dancing. We all was kids out there just reliving our youth, man, because this is what we seen on TV and on the tape and CD and album growing up, and then just to see them live, man, I was impressed.
Man, and they still got it. They still doing their thing.
They still got it.
Yeah, they still got it. They still
got
got
it.
20,000, 30,000 festivals. They still got it.
I know.
Oh,
Crazy, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's funny. Like you said, that 80s era, man. We grew up on real R&B,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
grew up on real hip hop, right? It's a whole
man.
industry. My gosh.
It is.
And then I look at it now, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, okay, what the world?
Man,
Some of
who
the
was
stuff
like,
don't even be on the radio.
Like, I don't even, like, my kids listen to it and they be asking me, like, do you know such and such? I'm like, I ain't never heard of them. So I got to, like, Google it. And I'm like, oh, I might have seen them on TV, but I don't listen to their music. No offense, to the younger generation, but
Yeah.
man, it was just, our generation is different.
Yeah. This different. I'm assuming your music is different. What you produce is different.
Yeah.
You're on a different time. Let's talk about you. We know what they're doing. Let's talk about you. Your latest mixtape that you released this year. Can you let us know what that mixtape was like, the experience when you was doing that, kind of in the studio? Where were you at mentally? What was going through Finesse head and Finesse world and her life at that moment?
Okay, the Tyler mixtape was Streets Most Wanted Volume 9 through my label Extraordinary Entertainment. Shout out to PM out of Baltimore.
Yep.
Been knowing him over 20 years, so he always believed in my talent. That mixtape took about maybe a year for me to write, mix, master, produce, get the feeling, and it's like a storytelling about my life growing up. I coming from the DC area, so I incorporated a lot of my youth into this mixtape and
Nice.
a lot of the storytelling, the boom bap feel. That's how I wanted the mixtape to be.
Mm. Nice. Did you have any collaborations on the project with any other artists? I think you alluded to that a moment ago. Any other collabs?
Not on this mixtape, but on my EP that's coming out, I'm gonna have some collaborations. On my album that's dropping in the year, I'm gonna have some collaborations too with my label mates. So we're gonna make it happen.
Nice, nice. And the EP is titled "The Way It Was," correct?
The way it was, yes, sir.
Nice, nice, nice. Slated for 2024, first quarter, second quarter. What you think? What you aiming on?
First quarter projected February 1st.
Nice, nice. The sound of this EP, because people want more. What they gonna get? 5 songs, 6 songs, 7? What kind of sound?
They're gonna get 5 songs of nothing but lyrics. They're gonna get a feel. They're going to get maybe a little storytelling because I'm that Nas fan in me, so I got to hit with a storytelling.
Okay.
It's going to be the EP is going to the feeling's going to lead into the 10-track LP.
Nice.
So it's going to have that feeling like, okay, I can't wait for the LP to drop.
Nice, nice. You definitely a part of your strategy. I'm hearing it from what you do. Your marketing, promotion, everything is key. The rollout is key. How you do, when you do is key. Are you in control of your creative aspect with your music as an indie artist, or do you, because some people want to stay indie, some people want to be major. Your team and your conglomerate, are you solely the one calling the shots as far as in the vision, the promotion, marketing of your product?
My label, they take care of all the promotion stuff, the marketing stuff. But when it comes to like the independence, the creative behind the lyrics, that's all me.
Dope.
That's all me.
Control. That's what's up. And the EP, are you going to plan on doing any visual components to it? Some people do a little animated stuff. Some people do some lyric videos. Some people do some videos in general, short films. They kind of elaborate on it. Are you going to leave that alone on the side? You're not going to worry about that right now? Or can we? Is that
one of my songs that I'm doing on the EP is called 237. That's my ode to growing up in the DMV area.
Nice.
So consistently next year what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot like a little video that takes you from DC, Maryland, averaging growing up, to show my life what it was like growing up in the 90s. That's like my goal right there, is to get that into like a story form.
Nice.
That's one of my other songs on there, Humble, I'm gonna shoot that out here in Wilmington. So you can just get the grown up version of me and what I'm about now. Because 237 was back, when I was growing up before I left to go overseas, and then Humble is when I came down here to married with kids and just to live life, enjoy life, the quietness and stuff. So definitely that's going to come out next year. Those 2 videos.
That's what's up. And I think you just alluded to your form of a military vet. Thank you for your service to this country.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. You performed overseas too while you were stationed. Yeah, that's crazy.
Like a lot, because like what it was, crazy thing is, some of us in the dorms, you don't realize who you meet until you talk to them.
I see.
And I think I was one of my friends. She worked as a cop in one of the dorms, and I think I was going to go visit somebody. I remember walking by her room and hearing somebody like on a karaoke machine rhyming. I remember going back like, okay. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
All right, she got flows.
Okay.
So I think I jumped on it, and then we just started going back and forth from there.
Yeah.
So one of her friends that she worked with, he was a rapper and producer overseas too. Shout out to Baltimore Sun. He was big over there. So we all linked up together, went to a studio in England off base, and we shot one of our recorded one of our songs called Command and Conquer. And we got military on that track, and that track was dope. I don't know what I did with it. It's somewhere. I've been trying to find it.
Trying to find that joint. Yeah.
I'm trying to find it, man. But I mean, it's a dope track because you don't think that we stop what we doing when we put a uniform on.
Yeah, I see. That's fine.
Yeah, when we take that uniform off, we're doing what we do. So I mean, we was able to do different, go to different bases, do shows, go off base, do shows and stuff like that, perform. like in the dorms, just for stress relief for us.
Did the military ever interfere at any point, or they had nothing? Did they even know? Did they care? Like,
I don't know, man. That was 20 years ago, so I don't remember. Probably like good job when they heard us, but I mean they probably was like, all right, now y'all get back to work. But I mean that's just what we did. I mean
yeah.
it's all in us. So I mean you link up with people that are got the same common interests as you do. You might as well just keep connecting with them. And years later, man, we still tight.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Any upcoming events on your agenda? Probably not the end of the year, but just in general. I know we got the EP on the way, a projected album down the way. Of course, we plugged that. But outside of the music industry, if you wasn't doing the music, is there anything else that you kind of passionate about that you might tap into in 2024?
Next year out here, I've done, coast to coast live showcases. I've done consecrated showcases. I was projected to win both of them. But my thing was, I look at some of the local artists out here in this area of, Southeast North Carolina. There's a lot of talent.
Okay.
And some artists feel as if they are not being heard because once some of these showcases, you're paying $200-$300 just to get on stage to perform one song. They might not win this show. So I told myself, I was like, you know what? Why am I paying money to go perform when I could just do my own showcases and get other people on?
Wow.
So that's what, so I'm working with one of the county's art councils out here, come together and make something happen.
That's what's up. Creating opportunities for others. That's what's up. Bridging the gap too. That's fire right there. That's fire. And you also mix and master your own. That's what's crazy. How did you tap into that? Did you just experiment one day? Somebody showed you something in a session, or like how did that happen?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's always something I've been wanting to do because I figured, if I'm doing rapping, why don't I just learn how to mix and master?
Yeah.
I was just like watching tutorials and stuff and then just learning on my own how to do it, training my ear and stuff, different sounds and stuff like that. So I was just like, ain't no need to really pay a grip just to get one song to do. Let me teach myself, how to do it. That way, if somebody has a track that say, hey man, can you mix and master this for me? Man, I ain't got no money. I don't know how to do it. All right, come on through, man. I'll show you how to do it. That way, if you ever get a computer and get the equipment, you can learn how to do it.
Oh yeah. And we know this music industry is not cheap. Everything costs. Everything costs.
Yeah,
everything is an investment. Everything is investment. Some people capitalizing off other people. They ain't really giving them, the money's worth. So you on it, you got to cut the budget and produce more, cut the budget, wear different hats. Final question for you, indie or major? Which one is for you? Are you looking at the major distribution deals, a major signing down the line, or are you just strictly indie forever?
Oh man, that's tough. I think if I was in my 20s, I would have wanted done major.
Okay, that's
but life changed, man. When you get over a certain age, man, life itself, changed. I got kids now.
Yeah,
I got one that's grown. Got a teenager now, and my priorities changed.
Yeah, of course.
So I mean, and I could say one thing about the label that I'm with. They are all about independent. They support you whatever decisions that you want to make. They support you 100%. You're not going to find a lot of labels that's going to do that. And to be able to be able to have the creative control and be able to own my work is huge. Like you have to own your masters. You have to own your writing, your publishing. You have to own all of that because I want to be able to have something that I could pass my bulk on to my kids.
Absolutely.
That's unwritten. Be like, I have something. If something was to happen to me, here's everything that I've done. This is for y'all. And they can do whatever they want with it. They can produce it themselves if they want. But no, I've always been about being independent and always keeping your consistency in the game and keeping that creativity alive.
Absolutely. Ownership is the key. Passing this stuff down to our children is the key. We ain't doing it for fun. We're doing this because it's serious. We're doing this because this thing put food on the table. And once again, we're trying to leave a legacy for our children. We want them to have something, So I think that's fire. That's dope. I love what you're doing. Any last shout outs or any final shout outs you want to give to your team, your children, your partners, your label? I think there's obviously some people that make us and spend a lot of time with us behind closed doors, create our lifestyle, our day to day, but they don't get their public flowers, but they're important to us. Right. So at this moment, at this time, is anyone you just want to say, yo, if it wasn't for you, XYZ, shout out to you, XYZ, give your home team some love.
I definitely want to shout out the DMV for raising me, making me become the person and the woman that I am today. Shout out to Extraordinary Entertainment. That's family all day long. My kids, little David, Elizabeth. Gotta shout out my sister, because if it was not for my sister Tanya, I'm gonna tell you straight up, she would have not gotten me back into doing music. I had lost my mom 10 years ago. That was my biggest supporter right there.
I see.
And there was a time that I did not want to write, rap. I didn't want to do nothing.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for my sister saying, you still got it in you, I always believed in you, I'm always going to support you, that put the fire back in me to get back to doing what I do. And I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to disappoint nobody.
That's what's up. That's what's up. On that note, Finesse was here. She came, she saw, she conquered. That's what's up. DMV, North Carolina in the building. Music matters. Once again, it's the name of this episode. The Independent is dope. We doing big things, Finesse. Thank you once again for tuning in. We appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. Her show notes and her links to her social media platforms and everything is going to be in the show notes of this episode, along with the show notes, of course. So definitely follow us, support us, share, comment. If you don't do anything, subscribe, support the EP, album on the way, multiple things on the way. She's doing big things. You know what we do, Stardom. We love the independent. We love the people on the rise. With that being said, we tune in to you guys next week for another episode. We appreciate you. Peace.
Are you on the rise to stardom? Well, get featured in the next issue of Stardom101 Magazine and promote your business or products today. Text MAG to 804-550-8647 or visit stardom101mag.net.
You're listening to the Stardom101 Magazine Podcast with Christopher Boykin. Be sure to subscribe and download this episode, and continue to listen to Stardom on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.